PS5 Pro might finally bring a feature fans have been begging for years. But first, yes or no? Are you frustrated with your PS5 storage size? Do you find yourself deleting games every month just to make space for new ones? I know I do.
As a creator who records all my gameplay and installs games frequently to test and capture footage, I find myself deleting games every other day.
So check this out. There's speculation that it might finally upgrade to a 2 terabyte storage capacity. This would be a significant improvement over the current 825 gigabytes available in the standard PS5. That's pretty exciting, right? Yeah, I know, we can buy extra SSD space from Amazon, but the fact that the PS5 Pro will come with extra storage straight out of the box is a bigger bonus than you might think. Why is that, you ask? Well, my friend, sit back and let me explain. Oh, and stick around till the end and I'll show you how you can boost your PS5 performance.
The PS5 Pro is rumored to feature a 45% increase in GPU power and a 10% CPU boost specifically for ray tracing. This means no more choosing between fidelity and performance modes. The goal is for all games to run in fidelity mode at 60 FPS. Some games will be native 4K, while others will be upscaled, aiming for a sharper, smoother image overall. Now, an often overlooked aspect is the SSD speed. The PS5 Pro will not only provide more storage, but will also have an SSD that's about 10% faster. It might not sound like much, but a 10% increase can significantly improve texture loading, texture filtering, and reduce object pop-ins. You've probably heard the metaphor, the straw that broke the camel's back. Well, in this case, that extra speed can make a notable difference. I did some research, and while many other YouTubers questioned the need for a faster SSD, the benefits are clear. The faster the SSD, the better the performance in terms of texture loading and overall game smoothness. And if you've seen the GTA6 gameplay trailer, you'll understand why we need that extra speed.
And I'll tell you what, I think GTA6 will be the definitive way to experience the PS5 Pro. We're hearing so many rumors about this game. It's going to have 70% of all buildings enterable, super smart NPCs, and extensive interactions with most characters on the map. We've seen iterations of this in RDR2, but GTA6 is expected to take it to the next level. I also think Assassin's Creed Shadows looks amazing. All controversy aside, I'm really excited to play this game in native 4K, and the PS5 Pro will allow me to do just that. So while we should take all rumors with a grain of salt, apparently I have to say this for legal reasons. The prospects of playing such an ambitious game on a more powerful console are incredibly exciting. In a recent update from Sony's blog, PS5 players will soon be able to join Discord voice chat directly from their console, eliminating the need to use the Discord PC or mobile apps. This new feature will roll out gradually over the coming weeks, starting in Japan or Asia, then Europe, Australia, New Zealand, the Middle East, and finally the Americas. Note that you will need to update your console to the latest system software, and your accounts for PlayStation Network and Discord must be linked. Starting next week, Sony is also rolling out the ability for you to share your PlayStation Network profile on any messaging or social app. Exciting news for PS Plus Extra members this month. Among the new free games, the highlight is Monster Hunter Rise, available for both PS4 and PS5. This critically acclaimed action RPG from Capcom brings players into a beautifully crafted world filled with challenging monsters to hunt. With seamless multiplayer options, new gameplay mechanics like the wire bug, and the dynamic Palamute companions, Monster Hunter Rise offers an immersive and thrilling hunting experience. Whether you're a seasoned hunter or new to the series, this game is a must-play on PS Plus Extra.
So someone commented, Xbox's new next-gen console is coming in 2026. What's the point? All games and Xbox Game Pass are already on PC. Just get a gaming PC and an Xbox controller, and you're good. Yeah, PS5 games are coming to PC recently, but 2 to 4 years later. That's why PS5 is selling and Xbox is not. Take my brother, for example. He has an RTX 4090. He's a PC gamer till the end, but you know what he did 3 months ago? He said he couldn't wait anymore and got a PS5 to play Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok. Because every time we talked about gaming, he always brought up, yeah, but on PC it looks so much better at 100 FPS with RTX. My response, I just finished God of War Ragnarok for the second time, and almost every day I play Spider-Man 2 with no HUD, just swinging in the city as a relaxing therapy. The second day he texted me, I bought the PS5 Slim, I can't wait another year. I know people who have a gaming PC and Xbox, and they sold their Xbox because they told me, I don't see the point in having it. I didn't touch it for 6 months. I'm playing PC games, Xbox games, and PS5 games on my PC.
And speaking of Xbox, what's up with their new diskless model? How lazy is Microsoft? They just kept the same size box. Have you seen the PS5 Slim diskless? Actually, look at this. It's almost as small as the Series S. So let's get back to the PS5 performance boost. These are things I've learned when I noticed my PS5 starting to drop a bit of frames or when a game or two crashed, even network connections. The number one thing I recommend you try if you've encountered some of these issues is to keep your PS5 cool. When your PS5 gets too hot, thermal throttling may occur. This prevents further buildup of heat by reducing the performance of the GPU, which will adversely affect what you're playing. If the console overheats, this feature can shut it down to protect internal components from heat damage. You can usually tell your PS5 is running hot when it's hot to the touch, or you see a notification saying your PS5 is too hot. You may also hear the fan making a lot of noise, meaning it's working hard to expel heat. Clear cache and rebuild database. Your PS5 stores the data it needs to perform certain tasks quickly in the cache. Unfortunately, the cache can accumulate unnecessary data over time. In the worst-case scenario, it might become a source of frequent crashes. The console's database can split into fragments as you install, move, and delete stuff on your drive. When the database is too fragmented, it can make it harder for the PS5 to find information quickly. All this can make the console slow. Fortunately, you can clear your cache to give it a fresh start. To fix a fragmented database, you can rebuild it. This will allow the console to reorganize the drive efficiently by defragmenting it. To do that, first, turn off your PlayStation 5. Then press and hold the power button and wait for the second beep. When you hear it, about 7 seconds later, let go of the power button. Your PS5 will now enter safe mode. Next, connect the controller to the console using a USB-C cable and press the PS button. Keep your PS5 firmware updated. Sony frequently releases firmware updates that can improve the system's performance, fix bugs, and add new features. Make sure your PS5 is always running the latest firmware. Don't use a cheap HDMI cable. Ensure you are using the HDMI cable that came with your PS5 or a high-quality HDMI 2.1 cable. This will help you get the best possible video and audio quality, especially if you're gaming on a 4K TV. Use a wired Ethernet connection instead of Wi-Fi for a more stable connection. Regularly manage your storage by deleting games and apps you no longer use. Keeping your SSD less cluttered can help with performance. Fidelity mode on the PS5 often targets higher resolutions and visual fidelity, sometimes at the cost of lower frame rates, usually capped at 30 FPS. However, with VRR enabled, there is potential for a performance boost. Here's how it works. Reduce stuttering and tearing. By matching the refresh rate of the display to the frame rate of the game, VRR reduces stuttering and tearing. This creates a smoother gameplay experience, which can make games feel more responsive even if the frame rate isn't significantly higher. Smoother frame delivery. VRR can smooth out frame delivery, reducing the perceived choppiness that can occur when frame rates fluctuate. This is especially useful in fidelity mode, where frame rates might dip below the target. Potential FPS boost. In some cases, enabling VRR can lead to an increase in frame rates. While the increase might not always be dramatic, it's not uncommon to see boosts of around 10 FPS. This is because VRR can more efficiently manage how frames are rendered and displayed, reducing the performance overhead. To take advantage of VRR, you need a compatible display TV or monitor that supports HDMI 2.1 and VRR. Here's how to enable it on your PS5. Go to Settings, select Screen and Video. Under the Video Output section, find and enable VRR. VRR will work with all games on PS5 if you enable the Apply to Unsupported Games toggle in Settings, Screen and Video, Video Output. However, select games have been specifically optimized for the feature. In the case of Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, for example, the game will always target a higher dynamic resolution threshold when VRR is enabled, regardless of the graphics setting, allowing the technology to clean up any subsequent frame rate hitches incurred. Implementation will, of course, vary on a game-by-game basis. These are some of the things I've learned recently, and I can tell you it helped. Let me know if it helped you. Okay, bye.